Hi everyone, so we're going to talk about one more big topic when it comes to injury prevention, especially in youth athletics, but really for athletes all around, and that is making sure we're in good condition prior to the season starting. A lot of great athletes have always said there's really no off-season for a good athlete, and that is both true and untrue. We've talked about in our pitching video how it is important to take enough time off during the year that we don't overwork any particular muscles doing the same pattern over and over and over again, which is why some of the better conditioning coaches will do something called periodization. What this means is that for each section of the year, we're going to be focusing on different things, whether it's our base strength, our power development, the endurance in our muscles, or the skills in the sport itself. We talk about how during the season, skill development is one of the most important things. Our job isn't to overwork during the season. If you went in bad condition, you're probably not going to come out of it in great condition either. We want to enter each season with the best condition we can possible, so that all we need to focus on is refining the finer points of our game, whether it's the strategy, the technique, or making sure that the whole team is working as a unit. When it comes to the off-season, that base strength, power, speed, whatever you need, should be periodized so that we have building blocks to go from one to the other. Obviously, someone who has no good strength is not going to have much to build off of, so that's usually one of the first periods we focus on, is making sure that whatever our athlete is focusing, we need to make sure that that body part or body parts have the most strength that they can use before we move to the next phase. Once we get into that phase, we're going to focus a little bit more on whatever is specific to that sport. For our sprinting athletes, that means our absolute power to use all of that strength to its fullest ability. For some of our athletes who need to be able to go for miles and miles and miles, we're going to want to focus on using that strength for long term. That could be soccer players who have to run the field back and forth, rugby players who never really stop moving, as opposed to some of our wrestling sports that need that absolute burst of power and strength. Now, that's not to say that those power sports don't need endurance, because any wrestler will tell you that their sport is one of the most grueling on the planet. But their type of endurance is going to be far more focused on how often can they produce absolute power, as opposed to just how long can I keep going in general. Good trainers and good coaches should be helping you guys learn to periodize this. If you have questions, look and see if there's anyone in the area who likes to do sports, whether it's personal trainers, physical therapists, or strength and conditioning coaches. They can be a great way to help you figure out where should I be periodizing at what point of the year. And that period is exactly that. You're going to spend a portion of your time training. Once you get to the next phase, a lot less focus is going to be spent on that building block as we move to the next thing and the next thing, so that once the season starts, you can focus everything on what you already have. It also gives us a little bit of time to take time off from some of that repetitive motion that can put us at higher risk. So, it's a good way to keep training and lower your risk. It can keep your heart in good condition, your muscles in good condition, your fine motor movements working well, without putting you at that constant overuse state. So if you have any questions about that and you happen to be in our area, you're of course welcome to stop by. If you need any recommendations, some of the best places to look are the American College of Sports Medicine and for what's called a CSCS, which is a Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist. These are some of the highest end people that you can work with, so if you happen to have one in your area that's affordable, it's always a good idea to check them out. They can have a lot of fun with you, but also really up your game. If you have any other questions for me, please let us know.